Hey, y'all. Changing my wardrobe from summer to fall, it's never easy. Luckily, Quince offers timeless and high-quality items I adore, ensuring my wardrobe stays fresh and I don't blow my budget. And there's nothing easier than going to Quince and choosing these high-quality items, like cashmere sweaters from $50, pants for every occasion, washable silk tops, and so much more. The best part? All Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. By partnering directly with top factories, Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman and passes the savings on to us. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes, and I love that. I got the stainless steel Link Apple Watch band for $59.90. It's heavy duty, it's awesome, and it's like $100 less than I could find anywhere else. And I also got a 100% organic cotton fisherman quarter zip up sweater. The color is alabaster. Man, I can't wait to wear that this fall. And Cindy got the Mongolian cashmere boat neck sweater in heather gray. And I'm telling you, these are classic pieces at a fraction of the price. Make switching seasons a breeze with Quince's high-quality closet essentials. Go to quince.com/RLRC for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/RLRC to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/RLRC. You'll thank me later. Hey, ladies, are you feeling overwhelmed by hormonal changes? Well, you're definitely not alone. There are more than 1,000 hormone disruptors living in our environment right now. It's in your food, your water, the air you breathe, the clothes you wear, your skincare products. They all mess with your hormones. Then there's the natural hormone changes your body goes through, premenopause, menopause. And while it's a natural process, it doesn't mean you have to suffer through it. The good news is you don't have to suffer through it anymore, because now you have Hormone Harmony, a formula made only with herbal ingredients that are shown to reduce hormonal symptoms in women of all ages. Hormone Harmony is not just a hormone support and supplement. It's become a phenomenon. Women can't stop talking about it on social media. A bottle of Hormone Harmony is sold every 24 seconds. And the biggest benefit? Well, my wife says it makes her feel like her own self again. And that's what women mention over and over in the reviews. And there are over 30,000 reviews for Hormone Harmony. And for a limited time, you can get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com. Just use code RLRC at checkout. That's happymammoth.com and use code RLRC for 15% off today. That's happymammoth.com and use code RLRC.
In Louisiana, a man is arrested after killing a teen and dumping her dismembered body into a river. In Illinois, a man slices a woman's stomach open during an argument. And Woody has an update on the Charlotte officers that were murdered. These stories and more coming at you today, Thursday, May 2nd, on Real Life Real Crime Daily, and I'm Jim Chapman.
And I'm Woody Overton. It is Thirsty Thursday.
It is Thirsty Thursday, and you are still on your traveling
time of year. And so we apologize, y'all, if the sound quality isn't as good as it is when we're in the studio. But, doing the best we can, and hopefully it can vastly improve over from when we did it last year. But that's
it.
Show business. But let's get down to some true crime time for Thursday. Y'all, we told you on yesterday's episode about the shootout in Charlotte, North Carolina. I just want to give you a quick update, and the reason I want to give the update is to give honor or praise to the officers who were killed, and they just come out with 3 of the 4 officers' names, and I want to tell you about them real quick because I think it's important. And of course, we would never say the bad guys or girls. There were at least 2 shooters that killed all these officers. But we do want to give recognition to them. So 3 of the 4 law enforcement officers killed during a shootout Monday afternoon in Charlotte, North Carolina have been identified. Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department identified their lost officer as Joshua Eyer, E-Y-E-R, I hope we got it right. In the North Carolina Department of Adult Corrections, y'all that's probation parole, identified Sam Palache and Alden Elliott as task force officers assigned to the U.S. Marshals Carolina's Regional Fugitive Task Force. They were killed in the tragic shooting. One additional victim, a U.S. Marshal Service deputy, has not been identified pending notification of family members. We are forever indebted to Officer Eyer for his bravery and ultimate sacrifice, the CMPD posted Monday evening. His life and service will never be forgotten. Eyer served the department's North Tyrone Division for 6 years and was a member of the 178th recruit class. The procession carried his body from the hospital to the medical examiner's office, and a video shared on social media around 11:30 p.m. showed, I hope I'm saying his name right, it's P-O-L-O-C-H-E, Palache. Anyway, he joined the NCDAC Special Operations and Intelligence Unit in 2013, and Elliott joined in 2016. The Department of Adult Corrections, they issued this in a statement. They both served years as probation and parole officers. They loved their work and were passionate about the roles of protecting our communities. Palache is survived by a wife and 2 children, and Alden leaves behind a wife and 1 child. The shooting began, well, we told y'all about that, y'all, when they were serving a warrant. Initially, the one bad guy that they were going for was shooting, and as they approached, they killed him, and as they approached, somebody else from inside the residence began to unload on them. Tragic situations, and, I don't know what to say about it. The hearts go out to all of you and love them, and it's such a fraternity or such a brotherhood and sisterhood when you're officers like that, and you put your lives in each other's hands every day. So it's not just, you hear about the young families who are forever going to be able without their husband and father, but now all these law enforcement agencies are hurting, and all these people are hurting, and their prayers and thoughts go out to them.
Sure do. And those types of things, and of course we here in the Baton Rouge, Louisiana area know what this is like. From a few years ago, we had a police involved shooting where several officers were killed, and it's really a community, the whole community hurts during that. And so our hearts and prayers go out to the whole Charlotte community. I'm sure they're all suffering right now over just a senseless act of violence, for sure.
Crazy. Yeah. Well, prayers.
So we're going to go to Louisiana, and a 29-year-old man is in custody on suspicion of sexually assaulting and killing a missing woman he met online. Family members last saw 19-year-old Cheryl Turner on December 31st of 2023. She reportedly texted her sister, her twin sister at that, stating she had met someone in Ouachita and planned to relocate there. Once she made it to West Monroe, Louisiana, the sheriff's office said that Turner alerted a family friend. Then, on January 24th, a hunter discovered a dismembered torso in the Ouachita River. Investigators reported to the scene, collected DNA, and positively identified the victim as Turner. An autopsy determined she had been sexually assaulted and somebody had broken her neck. Her death was ruled a homicide, obviously. Further investigation revealed Turner was engaged in a romantic relationship over text message with a man later identified as Anthony Holland. Detectives found out Holland last spoke with Turner on January 1st. He picked her up from his mother's home in a black 2023 Toyota Corolla and brought Turner to Ouachita Parish with him. Investigators obtained traffic camera footage showing Holland's car near the location where Turner's remains were found several days before the discovery. Officials executed search warrants at Holland's home just last week and took him into custody without incident. Holland admitted to police that he killed Turner inside his residence during a sexual act. After killing the victim, Holland dismembered her body and placed the body parts in bags. He reportedly dumped the remains, the knives he used to dismember her, and her personal belongings in the Ouachita River. Holland remains in the Ouachita Correctional Center without bond on one count of second-degree murder.
Wow.
That's a bad one.
Yeah. Well, I guess, I don't know. Again, we talked about so many times, cutting up a body, that's a serious task, and you kill her during a sex act, cut up her body, have the presence of mind to bag her and throw it in the river to wash away evidence and stuff. I don't know, but it's crazy.
Yeah. And it took so long, was the thing for me. I mean, we're coming up on May and I guess police had to do what they do and investigate, make sure they had enough evidence, but and I'm glad for the family, and the arrest has finally been made.
Right. Well, even after the arrest is made, they don't stop working. So hopefully they'll get everything they need to get that conviction beyond a reasonable doubt. But I don't know. It's horrible. Again, hearts go out to the victims. So
yeah.
Well, y'all know I'm on the road. And I'm back in the great state of Wisconsin. And I'm going to tell you a story. It's not a long one of a lawman that's now going to jail. Okay. So in Milwaukee, a former deputy U.S. Marshal has been sentenced to 8 years in prison for taking kinky nude photos of sex partners without their knowledge. Can't make this up. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reports that 49-year-old Timothy Mosley was found guilty last month. He was sentenced Wednesday by Milwaukee's County Circuit Judge Richard Sankovitz. Now, the judge told Mosley he wasn't being punished for engaging in sexual bondage, nor for what he called being an egocentric toad, but for crossing the line, taking photos of women while they were incapacitated with drugs or alcohol. And the judge also ordered that Mosley be listed in Wisconsin Sex Offender Registry for life. Now, Mosley apologized to court and says he truly believes he had the women's consent to take the photographs. Well, U.S. Marshal Mosley, tell him that in prison for the next 8 years. Isn't that crazy?
That is insane.
It's like, Dennis Perkins and Cynthia Perkins and Melanie Curtin and all that, that happened in Livingston Parish. But,
trusted member of the community.
Yeah. I mean, a career law enforcement veteran and a bad way kinky, right? So,
yeah.
Egocentric toad, that's what the judge said.
Jesus. Well, we're going to go to Illinois. Let's go to Illinois. Right. And a man is accused of slicing a victim's stomach open during an argument. That's not
good.
No, wow. He's facing a slew of charges after he slashed another man's stomach open during that argument on Saturday morning. This happened in Lake County, Illinois, and sheriff's detectives say a 23-year-old by the name of Anthony Osmina has been charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, aggravated battery in a public way, and one misdemeanor count of unlawful use of a weapon. Authorities say the charges stem from an incident that left a 24-year-old man critically injured. According to deputies, Osmina and the victim were in a car together when they began arguing. The driver of the vehicle eventually pulled over to drop Osmina off, but detectives say he and the victim both exited that vehicle. Detectives say an argument continued, and that's when Osmina pulled out a knife and sliced the victim's stomach open. The victim was injured so badly, get this, Woody Overton, part of his intestinal tract fell from the wound. Wow.
Guts hanging out literally, right?
Yep. The driver of the vehicle then took the victim to the hospital. That was nice of him.
Right.
Detectives were called to the hospital just before 9:30 a.m. that day when they learned that the victim was in critical condition and had been taken in for surgery. Osmina was then identified as a suspect, and detectives took him into custody at his home. Authorities say the victim's condition is improving and he remains hospitalized. It's still unclear what instigated the argument. I mean, what could you be arguing about so bad that you slice another man's stomach open and his intestine comes out?
Oh my God. I don't know. It'd be, I think about cleaning animals and stuff when we get to that part of the body when you have to, to take the intestines out, how bad it smells. And this guy, I guess he did it, and then he's like, oh shit. I'm gonna drive him to the hospital, right?
Yeah, and it had to be sharp, whatever knife he was using, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, and he's lucky that he's alive. So, well, I just drove through Illinois on the way up here, but I did not drive through this state. Hey, didn't you tell me you've been to Yellowstone before, like the park?
No, not Yellowstone. I want to go to Yellowstone. I've never been to Yellowstone. I've been to Alaska.
Yeah, that's what it was, Alaska, right? Well, I'm going to take you to Yellowstone, okay, in Idaho. And this has to be one of the stupidest idiots in the world. An Idaho man has been arrested after he kicked a Yellowstone bison in the leg while drunk. And this is according to the park rangers. They said Clarence Yoder, 40, of Idaho Falls, ended up injuring himself in the incident that happened near the park's west entrance on April 21st. Now, rangers responded to the area after receiving a report of an individual who harassed a herd of bison and kicked a bison in the leg.
Oh my God.
Now, they located the suspect's vehicle near the west entrance and stopped it in the town of West Yellowstone, Montana. Yoder was arrested and charged with 1, being under the influence of alcohol to a degree that may endanger oneself. That's the new one for me, y'all. 2, disorderly conduct as to create or maintain a hazardous condition. 3, approaching wildlife. And 4, disturbing wildlife. So they said Yoder sustained minor injuries from the encounter with the bison and was taken to a local medical facility for treatment before being transported to the jail. And I'll check this out. His homie, or maybe it's a female, the driver of the vehicle he was in was identified as McKenna Bass, 37, of Idaho Falls, was also arrested and charged with driving under the influence, interference with failure to yield to emergency light activation, and disturbing wildlife. Now, yeah, you see the pictures in the park when the bison or the buffalo come near the road and they tell you don't feed them and shit. This guy decides he wants to get out and run with the buffaloes, right? he kicked one of them in the leg. Like, I'm going to tell you, buffalo,
smart.
You weigh 3,000 pounds, I'm going to kick you in the chin. The idiot.
Yeah, you see that with people and messing with animals, wild animals like that, man. Them wild animals come back at you. So I've seen videos where they go to those safaris in Africa and stuff, and like a lion will be passing the little safari Jeep, and people stick their hands out. I've seen them grab them. These are wild animals. They don't care.
That's right. Yeah. That is a line, dude. It's a meat eater, right? You got to put your arm out.
Put your arm out. Yeah, that's like throwing a steak out there.
Yeah, well, so speaking of that, like in the National Park Service, they say when an animal is near a campsite, trail, boardwalk, parking lot, or in a developed area, give it space.
Yeah.
Naturally. Stay more than 25 yards away from all large animals, bison, elk, bighorn sheep, deer, moose, and coyotes, and at least 100 yards away from bears and wolves.
Period.
If need be, turn around and go the other way to avoid interacting with the wild animal in close proximity. Captain Obvious.
Yeah.
You know what? Some idiots like this guy. I mean, hey, Jim, let's go to Yellowstone and let's get drunk as shit. And you drive, and I'm going to get out and chase the herd of buffalo and kick one of them in the leg.
Make for a great TikTok.
yeah. That's what they should have done. Put it on TikTok. For real.
Look, and people are especially notorious for seeing bear cubs and wanting to get close because they're so cute, right? But you get up close to one of those. Trust me, if there's a bear cub, there's a mama close by.
Yeah, I was about to say, mama bear. I say that about Cindy.
Spark something uncommon this holiday with just the right gift from Uncommon Goods. The busy holiday season is here, and Uncommon Goods makes it less stressful with incredible hand-picked gifts for everyone on your list, all in one spot. Gifts to spark joy, wonder, delight, and that's exactly what I wanted feeling. Hey, y'all, I ordered a super cool piece. It's a candle with a sculpture of LSU's Tiger Stadium on top of it. And each officially licensed laser cut wooden replica features up to 4 layers of detail, creating a bird's eye view of a specific football field, seating section, and more. And every label includes your stadium's name, the team's logo, and school location. And it has a coconut, soy, vegan wax infused with sandalwood smell that creates tailgates and touchdown scent profile, reminiscent of game day. It's invigorating like fresh cut grass and nostalgic like smoke from a pre-game grill, and calming like the crisp autumn air of a new semester on campus. Y'all, I love it. I have it at the base of my TV, and I'm ready to watch the Tigers play on Saturday night, right? Uncommon Goods. Look, when you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. And many of their handcrafted products are made in small batches. So shop now before they sell out this holiday season. Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the U.S. They have the most meaningful, out of the ordinary gifts anywhere. They even have gifts you can personalize. From holiday hosts and hostess gift to the coolest finds for kids to hits for everyone from the book lovers to diehard sports fans. Uncommon Goods has something for everyone, not the same old selections you can just find anywhere. And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $3 million to date. So to get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/RLRC. That's uncommongoods.com/RLRC for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary. Hey, y'all, let me tell you about Gobble. All Gobble meal kits are pre-prepped. That means less work for you and less waste in your kitchen. Their meal kits include everything you need so you can save time at the store or just skip that trip entirely. I got the box in and I had 3 different meals. I had a Kung Pao chicken, crispy fish tacos, and a beef bourguignon, however you say it. But let me tell you about the classic beef bourguignon. Look, it came with beef pot roast and a beef broth concentrate, red wine demi-glace, cremini mushrooms, cipollone onions, mashed potatoes, baby carrots, and rosemary thyme butter. It was so easy to make. Literally like 15 minutes it took Cindy. And let me tell you something, and all the dishes were fire, but this thing was like a taste explosion in my mouth. It's just unreal. We've got to spend more time together and more time doing the things we love because everything came in this one single box. right to my door. So see what a difference Gobble will make for your household. Right now, they're offering my listeners a fantastic limited time deal. You get $120 off across 4 boxes, plus free shipping and free cookies. And let me tell you, those cookies, I ate one that was sin baked and it was delicious. Go to gobble.com/real life. That's GOBBLE.com/real life for $120 off your first 4 boxes. This offer is not available on the home site, so don't miss out. This is genius. It's taste explosions in your mouth like you never had.
All the time, see mama bears, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure I want to meet a mama bear grizzly or a black bear. And I actually put out bait for or feed for a black bear yesterday. It was the first time I ever did that in my life.
Wow.
You know what the feed was?
That's what I was going to ask.
M&M's and Sour Patch candies and
really?
Yeah, I was like,
same stuff I like.
I was like, send that home with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna kick a buffalo in the leg.
Yeah, not smart.
When that was said, "Dance with wolves, Tatonka."
Tatonka, buffalo.
Yeah, buffalo, Tatonka.
Dances with wolves. Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, we're going to go to Texas, and we're going to tell you about a Houston man who is facing charges of attempted indecent assault and multiple unrelated possession of child pornography charges after he was accused of putting his genitals in food at the restaurant in which he worked.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Teabag. Yeah.
Othello Holmes, 27, was accused by the owner of the Houston restaurant of placing his genitals on open food items. The owner actually alerted local authorities, and a manager showed officers video footage showing Holmes placing his balls on the food. You can't make that up. Why, dude? Why? That's the biggest question.
I don't know.
Holmes was arrested and he was charged with attempted indecent assault. Don't sound like he attempted it.
Right.
Get this, in a later interview with investigators, can you imagine interrogating that guy? He admitted to placing his genitals in jelly. Holmes also told investigators that he had these urges frequently and had a history of sexual offenses and needs help.
Oh, the guy. Every place they ever worked, you're throwing up and gagging in your mouth right now.
Yeah, what is wrong with this guy? We took immediate action by shutting down our establishment, cleaning the entire space, etc. That from the owner. And they also have worked with the security team to enhance their camera systems. But, shout out to the owner because, it had to run through his mind. This is probably going to put me out of business.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But he still did the right thing and called the police.
Yeah, he did it. And, teabag and jelly.
Teabag and jelly.
All kinds to make the world go around. That's the truth in this case.
I ain't never had the desire to do that. Never.
They didn't say, they didn't say the name of the restaurant. Huh?
They did. I left it out just because I figured, the guy did the right thing, and I don't want to be, spreading that. But it's easy to find.
What? He's got enough problems, right? Well, that's putting on real life, real crime daily.
That's right.
But he did the right thing. Well, this one, I'm going to take you to Los Angeles County. Now, this is, I guess we're doing stupid stories today. I don't get it. But so there is a left-wing Los Angeles County District Attorney, George Gascon's right-hand woman is facing nearly 11 felony charges after state prosecutors say she helped herself to confidential information about 11 deputies as far back as 2018 and took it with her when she left the sheriff's office to work for the DA's office 4 years later. Now, her name is Diana Tehran, and she is accused of accessing a sheriff's office database about its deputies when she worked there, and then taking that information when her to go to the DA's office for Gaston, who's elected on an anti-police platform. Now, under Gaston, she infamously used the improperly obtained data to assist, according to the California Attorney General's office. Now, during a controversial tenure in the DA's office, she used some of that information to help criminal defendants, right? And stifle, basically, fuck up the prosecutor's cases, right? And, I don't get it. But a law enforcement told Fox News Digital that the case had been referred to the state attorney general's office due to a conflict of interest, indicating Tehran remained the leader of the office ethics and integrity unit for months, despite an investigation into her own conduct. In that role, she was in charge of divisions that prosecuted misconduct allegations against police and other public officials. So let's talk about that real quick. You're underneath a guy who ran. Now, that's not political. This is a fact. That he ran, his whole platform was anti-cop. You bring in this lady, she stole information, and she is head of the ethics department, and she's cock blocking prosecutors. I don't get it. But, so she illegitimately accessed the officer's files with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. And in March, the deputy district attorney told Fox News again that Gaston sent an armed plainclothes investigator to intimidate her at her home after an unrelated whistleblowing incident. Then she came to the DA's office and used all that information against the officer. And in one case that another ADA prosecuted, she said a woman took a felony plea deal after breaking another woman's clavicle in a road rage fight and was involved in a separate use of force incident with the deputy while holding her baby. Now, Tehran withheld the entire case file as well as video evidence from the DA's office, including the DA who was handling the proceedings and had body cam video that Sheriff Robert Lunar later released of a DUI suspect. It can be seen arguing with the deputies who pulled her boyfriend over on a DUI stop and found the infant without a car and with a car seat or seatbelt. And the mother who was punched was a violent person and involved in multiple incidents, the DA said. But Tehran wants to screw over the deputy, so she made sure no one in the DA's office had access to the actual video, including the prosecutor. It's just, it just goes on and on how different things this lady did to specifically try to screw over the police.
And why?
I don't know, bro. I mean, you had the foresight to take this information back in 2018, and then you just want to, maybe you're just a cop hater. I don't know. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, and it was 11 different officers, you said? That's crazy.
And there's a lot more stuff that she did in criminal cases and stuff. It's just shocking. But everything that she did was when there was evidence that cleared officers of these wrong allegations, which happen every day. And she hid the evidence to try and keep them in trouble. I don't know. To figure it out.
There you go.
Figure it out.
Well, we're going to bring you a mile high crime today.
Oh, mile high.
A mile high. And this one involves Japan Airlines. Yeah, but they were in Dallas. They were going to fly to Tokyo. We'll start it out like that. It got canceled, though, after a captain got drunk at a hotel bar and received a warning from police. Japan Airlines reported that the captain dined in Dallas last week with other crew members. The airline said he then continued to drink throughout the evening in the hotel lounge where the crew was staying, and later in his hotel room. At around 2:00 a.m., a hotel employee asked the group to be quiet, but the pilot's disorderly conduct prompted a call to the police. Police questioned the man and warned him not to cause any further problems. The airline decided to cancel that flight to assess the captain's physical and mental well-being. Which is professional speak for let him sober up. Right. According to the FAA, and this actually surprised me, a pilot's ability to fly a plane, did not surprise me, to fly a plane is significantly impaired by alcohol use. Imagine that. Right. It said the number of serious errors pilots commit drastically increases at or above concentrations of 0.04. So they've done studies on this, which I would imagine that's like a half a drink or something, 0.04 maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's not even half a drink out.
Yeah, so any amount of alcohol is going to increase an error.
I traveled around the country before I started the podcast doing defense consulting work, and I actually had an apartment in Dallas, and because it was close to both where Love Field, where Southwest flew out of, and American base out of Dallas, the big airport. But anyway, I stayed in hotels on top of having an apartment, hotels almost every night, work on these cases all over the country. Well, most of the hotels I stayed in were right by the airport. And look, they come in there in their pilot suits and flight attendants also. Hey, they be throwing down.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in there having my beer. They in there partying, right? And I'm like, I'm not flying with these fuckers tomorrow.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, I know they have a certain amount of hours they have to be, quit drinking and all that. But your body processes out one drink an hour, which is about 0.08 amount of alcohol. So you have to have so many hours off. But look, I'm telling you, because I drank quite a few with them over the years, and I don't know.
They can put them down, huh?
Yeah, they can put them down. And they're from all over, right? And then this guy's in his room throwing down, and the cops show up and like, you got to hold it down. But somebody at some point dropped a dime to Japan Airlines.
Yeah. Well, that's your mile high crime for today.
Well, there you go. I don't know. I'm gonna do one more. The last show I told you about really a mile high crime and a kinky crime. This one's not a kinky crime. We should come up like a different segment for these warnings that come out, right? So let me tell you about this. And some of this is going to seem like common sense, but it's still pretty crazy. The home security experts say that proper landscaping, a reserved social media presence, and a hardwired alarm system are among the steps that Americans can take to best prevent themselves from being burglarized. As details emerge about a serial burglary ring that swiped more than $4 million in jewelry and valuables from a dozen properties in the Northeast. That's a lot of money, right?
Oh, yeah.
But Massachusetts State Police recently announced that 4 Rhode Island men with connections to a violent Providence-based gang have been charged for their alleged roles in 43 burglaries and break-ins across 25 towns in Massachusetts between 2018 and 2024. Now, investigators said the majority of the homes targeted were persons of Indian or South Asian heritage, as the suspects operated on the belief that their households were more likely to contain precious metals, jewelry, and other valuable heirlooms. Listen to this. Property reports stolen included many pieces of diamonds and other gems and studded jewelry with values of individual pieces up to approximately $75,000.
Wow.
Just one piece of diamond. So gold bracelets, necklaces, and earrings, large quantities of cash. And in several instances, the property had been secured and locked safe weighing up to 400 pounds, which I have one of those, which the perpetrators removed from the residence along with the stolen valuables. And like I told you, it was over $4 million. So you look, this is for real. They come out, home security experts and the police came out with these tips. Which I told you, proper landscaping, like look at the shrubs around your home, and try not to have shrubs that block your windows and all that shit. You kind of common sense, right? So they can hide behind each other. And there are 4 Ds as it comes to protecting the home. It's deter, detect, then delay. So you have time to respond, and police can respond, and then defeat, right?
Yep.
So the second thing real quick is the hardwire alarm system. Why for that, y'all? Because if you're just relying on cell phone communication to send your alarm, then you could be subject to jamming or interfering. These are not kids, y'all. They're robbing homes. These professional criminals. They do have access to that kind of stuff. The limited online profile. Well, that's kind of self-explanatory. I think it was one of the Kardashians was online at a restaurant or something, waving around her big $1 million ring, and somebody saw it, and they were waiting for her when she left the restaurant, and they robbed her of it, right? Yep. So don't be online, Jim Chapman, showing all your coins. There's a movie like that.
And also I would throw in there, when you post you're on vacation, and we all do it, you have to be careful with, make sure you make that just for friends and not public, because people are going to know you gone and you ain't at the house.
And then, you're so right. And I always do it, like I'm traveling right now, but I can tell y'all, I got some mean ass dogs and people there that know how to shoot guns inside my house.
Right. Exactly.
And, so speaking of which, I told you about my anchor safe, and I think it weighs like 600 pounds. It weighs so much that I had to have special delivery for it, right? The thing is, you can have a 600-pound safe, and if you don't bolt it to the floor or anchor it to the floor, the same people, they have these floor dollies, they can come in and get it, right? Yeah. And mine is full of firearms. So if you have one of those, take the time and use the cement anchor, the floor anchors, and drill it in and lock it down. And that's your safety tips for today.
I like that. We're gonna have to come up with a new segment on that.
Y'all give us the names, suggestions of names for new segments. Because look, there's all kinds of shit out there that you don't think about.
That's right.
But anyway, interesting.
100%.
Another good show.
Another good show. And again, we apologize. We know the sound's not what you're used to, but we will be back and rocking on the next episode. So
that's right. And we love and appreciate each and every one of y'all. Again, best fans in the world. You've already proven that time and time again. We love y'all loving us. We love you back. And if you would go leave us a review and like and continue to share and all that good stuff, and check out the Real Life Real Crime community app, Real Life Real Crime daily page, where Jim posts a lot of these pictures and stories we're talking about and everything else, and all that good podcast shit.
That's right. And until next time, I'm Jim Chapman.
And I'm Woody Overton.
For Real Life Real Crime Daily. Peace.
Early holiday savings have arrived at Tanger Outlets. Discover the best gifts from your favorite brands, perfect for everyone on your list. And stack your savings with up to 70% off, plus an extra 15 to 25% off only during Tanger Style. Save at Polo Ralph Lauren, Old Navy Outlet, Under Armour, Skechers, J. Crew Factory, and more. Hurry in. These early holiday deals last through November 24th. Tanger Outlets. More savings, more cheer.